Good morning, fifth graders. So for reading today, you are going to be comparing texts again. So it asks you to read the passages and answer the questions using these guidelines. I will give you feedback on your answers. Read each passage twice before answering. Students must type in complete full sentences. Restate the question and then answer. Use proper capitalization and spelling. Edit before sending. So what you need to do is you need to use race. So I put the race chart in here for you so that you can look at it as you're answering your questions. Remember, race means to restate the question, answer the question, cite text evidence, and then explain what that means. What is your text evidence doing for you? How is it helping to prove your point? A lot of you are forgetting to do that. So you're going to read these two passages, Butterflies in the Wild and Raising Butterflies. So, being a wild butterfly would be an adventurous and amazing experience, but it is the journey to become a butterfly that is perhaps even more fascinating. Scientists have long studied the life cycle of butterflies and have found out a great deal about these stunning insects. The butterfly's life starts as an egg on a leaf. Being an egg on a leaf is a dangerous life in the wild. The eggs are exposed to weather and without defense from a hungry animal. Eventually, a caterpillar hatches from the egg and feeds on the leaf. Many caterpillars have strange markings and sharp thorn-like spikes, which help to deter predators looking to eat them. The caterpillar will continue to eat leaves until it's ready for the next stage and becomes a pupa. As a pupa, the butterfly again sits on a leaf exposed to the weather and predators. After 10 to 14 days as a pupa, a butterfly arises from the cocoon. Wild butterflies can live from a week to a year, and some can travel thousands of miles over their short life. And our second text is Raising Butterflies. Many elementary classrooms raise butterflies to demonstrate life cycles to children. Teachers or parents can purchase butterfly kits, which include live caterpillars, nets to hold butterflies, and food to feed the caterpillars. Instead of eating plants like they would in the wild, caterpillars munch on food designed specifically for them. 5 to 10 days after receiving them, the caterpillar turns into a chrysalis and is often kept safely stored in a cup habitat and hung from the lid of the cup. Each day, the chrysalis must be misted with water. 7 to 10 days after becoming a chrysalis, a butterfly will begin to emerge. Once the butterflies stretch their wings and begin to fly, they are transferred to a butterfly net and fed fresh fruit and sugar water. Although they can live in captivity, not in the wild, it is best to release the butterflies into the wild a few days after they emerge. This way, they can continue the butterfly life cycle and lay more eggs. So what you will be doing next, putting your name, your first and last, talking about the main idea of passage 1, main idea of passage 2. So you need to restate the question. The main idea of passage 1 is. The main idea of passage 2 is. What is the main idea of both passages? The main idea of both passages is, and then you are going to use evidence in these next questions. In passage 1, butterflies in the wild, what is the purpose of the markings and spikes on a caterpillar? I'm not going to answer this full one because I think you guys should do some practice, but I am going to show you how I'll restate that question. The purpose of the markings and spikes on a caterpillar are, and I will answer it in my own words, and then say evidence that supports this is, use some quotation marks, citing my evidence, and then explaining how my evidence helps support my point. So you're going to do that for this question as well. Then you're going to figure out the text structure of each passage. Now, I don't have a text structure chart up there purposefully. I want you guys to see if you can figure out what it is just from using what we've learned so far this year and see if you can remember. What do you think this is? What makes the most sense? Is it a chronological text structure, a cause and effect text structure, a problem and solution text structure, a description text structure, a compare and contrast text structure? And you need to explain how both of these passages are different, how both of them are the same, and what your opinion is about butterflies. And then when you're all done, you're going to submit. I want you guys to remember full sentences. Use the race, restate that question, answer it in your own words, cite text evidence, and then explain what that text evidence means. All right, you guys are going to do great, and I expect to see 5th grade answers.